Today's subscription spot, we're having a look at the Carnivore Club subscription box for the month of April. If you need to satisfy your carnivore urges, you can click the link down below and have Carnivore Club delivered to your door every single month. In fact, the front of the box even says, satisfy your inner carnivore. Spot's touched base on this lots of times already, but I do love the fact that the box comes to you looking like a cutting board, like a butcher's cutting block. Really nice touch, and only really accentuates, can I say accentuates? Accentuates the look and feel of the Carnivore Club subscription box. Flip around to the back. The brief read-up says, welcome to the Carnivore Club. We are glad to have you as one of our own. The contents of this box have been handpicked by our curators and meet the strict standards of discerning individual like yourself. We are confident that this month's special selection of quality meats from purveyors around the world will satisfy your inner carnivore. That being said, we open up this month's subscription box and we put the box right there for product placement. First things first, we have ourselves a booklet. It says April 2015, we love meat. You can go to facebook.com/the Carnivore Club, twitter.com/carnivore chief. We also have instagram.com/carnivore club. This month's suppliers. This month, Montreal-based Les Import Papille is bringing you both domestic and imported charcuterie. Founded in 1991, this importer, grocer, and charcuterie in one was inspired by owner's childhood spent in the kitchen and always aims to delight your taste buds. The name's direct French translation, the domestic selection Spanish style Fuet and classic chorizo are Papille's own brand, made with care in Montreal using traditional Spanish recipes and techniques. It also says the imported selection comes from Redondo Iglesias, whose Jamon Iberico and Jamon Serrano come straight from their plant in Salamanca, Spain. This family-owned company began with father passionate about great food, and he has since been passed to his sons, who keep traditional Spanish preparations alive and well today. Both the acorn-fed Iberico and Serrano are quintessential selections that show both the quality and expertise of Spanish charcuteries. They also give you a website down below too, www.papille.ca. So inside, this is a little bit different of a booklet than what we've seen before. Normally you get kind of like a one sheet, but now it looks like they've gone the route of a booklet. We have the acorn-fed Jamon Iberico, the Spanish-style Fuet, the Serrano ham, and dry chorizo. And on the back, another bit of a read-up about Spain produces 40 million hams per year. At any rate, we'll put the booklet right there. We'll put the meats over there. It looks like, well, I guess we've got four meats in this month's box. Of course, I am going to also reach off camera. I'm going to grab myself a plate because I want to be a little more polished, a little more fancy. I'm not wearing actually a dinner suit right now, dinner jacket, but we will still manage to go through these together. First things first, the Catalonian Fuet Succession dry sausage made by hand with love. And before we, of course, before we get into that, let's read a little bit more about it. I guess the Fuet is the grandfather of the chorizo. The recipe is a few hundred years older and definitely inspired by the creation of chorizo. This dry cured sausage is prepared with Medici spices, which predate the discovery of the New World and give a truly authentic taste. This style of cured meat is a must-try for charcuterie enthusiasts. All right, so we're just going to get this cut open. Spot certainly loves the idea of subscription boxes where, you know, every month there's something new coming to my door. And I do certainly appreciate when I get meat sent to my door. A little bit of paper on the outside here. We'll just take that off. We'll keep the rest down below there. And let's see if we can cut the seal here. If you are wondering, yes, this is a miracle blade. I don't cut tin cans or anything with it. I don't know how legitimate that claim is anyways. So we're just gonna take a slice. Ooh, I can already smell the permeation. Permeation? That's not a word. I'm gonna slice off a piece nonetheless. Even if Spot's making up words, we're gonna slice off a piece. I've also kept these at room temperature. There's my fork. It's a weird looking fork, I know. I've also kept, excuse me, I've also kept these at room temperature so I could fully appreciate the flavorings and seasonings of the meat. I would not want to, as indicated to me before, I would not actually just want to keep this in the refrigerator. Let's bring the camera back a little bit. And just take it out immediately, start eating. You might want to maybe have this at a room temperature before trying it. At any rate, let's give this Fewit a try. Smells fantastic, but here we go, let's give it a try. It's not a very strong meat. I could see how it would be directly, maybe not directly, linked to like a chorizo. It has a very chorizo texture and flavoring to it. It's got that pepperiness. It's not super strong though. That's actually a really good, solid outing so far. Moving along to the chorizo. It just says straight chorizo. It says dry sausage made by hand with love. And it says, there's not much better than a classic Spanish chorizo, and this one fits the bill to a T. With a base of coarsely chopped pork, this chorizo gets its red coloring and smoky undertones from a generous amount of smoked paprika. Serve sliced on a meat platter, or open the casing and use like ground meat in sauces and stews. Either way, this chorizo will impart tons of flavor and remind you why it's so popular to begin with. And we are going to get the chorizo cut here. Of course, being mindful of my fingers. That's not the one bit of sausage I need to be cutting. Oh, sausage fingers. I haven't been told I have sausage fingers. Usually I get told I have piano playing hands. Piano playing hands. I don't even know what that means. Is that a compliment? Piano playing hands? All right, let's give this chorizo a try. It's definitely more red in color, as you can see right here. Here we go. Let's try the chorizo. I can taste the smoked paprika right away. This one definitely has more of a body to it than the Fewit that we actually just tried. The smoked paprika actually really kicks up the flavoring of the rest of the chorizo. I might actually enjoy this one just a little bit more than the Fewit. By the way, calories you're looking at, I ripped it, I know. 93 calories? Is that 93 calories per 30 grams? I don't know how that works out necessarily for sausage, but 30 calories. Next, we have the more sliced, it says jambon serrano, or serrano ham. This one is 74 calories before I actually open this up. 74 calories per, once again, 30 grams. The quick read up as we reference our legend here. We've got, again, Serrano ham. Serrano ham is sometimes overshadowed by Jamon Iberico, but we don't see why. Serrano is a classic choice for a reason, translating literally to ham of the mountains. Serrano ham is made from white pigs and cured for 15 months in the Syria mountains. In this preparation, you'll notice an intense flavor that makes it perfect for solo snacking or use in Spanish. I don't know if it says use in Spanish. Kind of just cuts off. Oh, just kind of cut off there a little bit. At any rate, let's get this opened up. The Serrano ham. Oh, is there an opening at the top? I think there is. Hey, I don't actually have to use my knife. There we go. Although, it's very difficult. Very difficult. There we go. There we go. Try not to drop my knife and fork everywhere either. It's a miracle blade. I'm sure it would cut right through the desk, cut right through the floor, the basement below it. Alright, so we've got, see if I can actually grab a slice here. Ooh, that's money right there. You see that? That is money. Serrano ham. Here we go. Let's give it a try. Serrano ham. I've had Serrano ham before. Let's see how well it does from Redondo Iglesias. Here we go. Let's give it a try. It's like the moment you put it in your mouth, it melts. Basically just goes, and it just kind of disintegrates into a delight puff of meat flavor. That's really good. Glad I actually waited. I had the sausage, tried the sausage first, and I'm glad I kind of waited and had the Serrano ham next. By far, that's the best so far. We got one left to try, but that's the best in the box. I'll put that right there. Lastly, we have the dried, cured Iberico Bolota ham. Now at the top it says Finca Los Llanos, Natural Bolota. Referencing once again the guide that came included. Acorns have been used in European charcuterie preparation for centuries, and acorn-fed animals become some of the best cured meat available. The all-acorn diet imparts a nutty, smooth quality to the meat that's subtle but definitely noticeable. You'll love it in a classic Jamon Iberico. The acorn-fed Jamon Iberico. You know how well Spot does at pronouncing some of these names. Let's open up the bottom here. By the way, you're looking at also 61 calories per 20 grams. I suppose unless you put this on a scale, I may not necessarily know what 20 grams is. I know what 20 grams roughly looks like when I go to the deli. But I mean, that's essentially apples to oranges. If you're comparing deli meat that you go to a store and they say, do you want that sliced or shaved? Well, that's not, brother, let me tell you, that's furthest from the truth. You go to somebody that cures meats like this, and you start talking about deli ham, they'll run you out of town. Pitchforks, I'm sure. Torches, I don't know. They'll definitely run you out of town either way. Here we go. Let's give this a try. The, again, jambon. I keep saying it like Jamon Iberico. Here we go. Let's give this a try. You know, surprisingly, I can taste the nuttiness, the nutty flavoring of the meat. You would think that maybe necessarily you wouldn't taste it, but it is noticeable. It's got a smooth, velvety kind of texture to it. And again, you put it in your mouth, it just is gone. It just disintegrates, it melts like butter. I'm trying to actually think which one I like more, this one or the Serrano ham. The Serrano ham was delicious. I might even say, I might give the point, ding! There's no point actually going to be right there. I might actually even give it to the Serrano ham. The Serrano ham was, again, just fantastic. This, again, came to us from the folks over at, let me put the lid back on, came to us from the folks over at the Carnivore Club. If you guys would like to have meats sent to your door every single month, you can click the link down below and subscribe to the Carnivore Club. Today's subscription spot, we're having a look at the April subscription box from the folks over at the Carnivore Club. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more subscription videos heading your way as we have a look at things that can come to your door every single month. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.